Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time again, where we look at the news on the Daily Mail website. Ha ha ha. First story. We're going to the streets of London. And there is a video, which I'm getting queued up. But, is there an advert? Come on, advert. This is the only problem. I shouldn't have done this. Yeah. They've put a 50-second advert on an 18-second clip. Why would you do that? But yeah, this is the clip I wanted. For that is an electric bus catching fire on the streets of that there London. It's dramatic stuff there. I know those double-deckers could get hot, but that's ridiculous. Yeah. This is Wimbledon at 7:20 AM this morning. And yeah, an electric double-decker caught fire in the rush hour, causing witnesses to hear a huge bang. But police confirm there are no injuries, but urge motorists to avoid the scene because I guess they're still cleaning it up. Amy Foster, who works in a firm that just opposite where the incident happened, said the response was very fast by the emergency services. The fire crew started to tackle the blaze at the back of the bus, and it blew out the back of the bus before rising to the bottom and the top. It took them a long time for it to get under control. Another witness, Roderick Cameron, tweeted a photo of the flames. I don't know if this is the photo, but blimey, that's a few. What a scorcher! It certainly is a. And there's some more. There's another video here, but I don't know, will there be an ad? No, there isn't. That's good. There isn't an ad. This is slightly better footage from Amy Foster, who we quoted earlier. And yeah, you can see it certainly is a big old blaze. There we go. So, and of course, that was the Optare Metro Decker 1050 bus, which operates the route 200 from Mitcham to Rains Park. But again, when you put batteries into buses, they can go boom, you know. These rechargeable batteries, it's basically a little bomb you're sitting on. And I don't mean to alarm you, but they can go bang. This is why in China they have a lot of reports of electric vehicles exploding. And of course that's without the poor performance in cold weather. The cold weather could be an issue. But yeah, not good. Meanwhile, Sven Goran Eriksson, there's a name I haven't heard in a long while, the former England manager, he's announced today that he's got terminal pancreatic cancer. And yeah, hasn't got long, I reckon. And again, back in the day, he was one of our big football people. There he is, next to David Beckham. He was the boss between 2001 and 2006. And yeah, bit of sad news, that. And here he is pictured this week. So yeah, say get well, Sven. What else have we got? Let's get some court news in. Let's get some court news. This is Tin Huang. She's been dubbed a delusional stalker. He sent his ex-university professor an invitation to their imaginary wedding and booked a registry office. Yeah, apparently he reportedly emailed maths lecturer Erangel Dodd, referring himself to her as a husband, her faithful follower and dear slave, in a sinister 3-year stalking campaign. And here he is, again, if you see him coming, running the other direction, obviously needs some psychological help. But yeah, the case was heard at Southampton Magistrates Court. Apparently he joined Professor Dodd's lectures in September 2015 while completing his final year of study at Russell Group Institution. What else have we got? Where was this? This was at Southampton Magistrate Court. And the university lecturer was left deeply traumatised and had to temporarily move workplaces out of fear that Hyung would show up. And she admittedly to constantly watching her back in fear of a former student. I mean, yeah, stalking isn't cool. I described one incident. Jung turned up in November 2022. Miss Angel said he was tapping his foot and holding a bag. She immediately felt unsafe and scared, and security came in. The court heard the bag contained printed out photos of her and her family, including pictures of her 6-year-old son, mother and sister. The lecturer realised the pictures had been taken from her mother's Facebook account. So yeah, bit of creepy stuff there. Bit creepy. He was sentenced to an 18-week custodial sentence, suspended for 12 months, initially with a restraining order banning for protecting the professor in Hampshire. So he's banned from Hampshire. And he'll have to pay a total of £239 in costs and complete a 12-month offender requirement programme. Look, the guy needs help. He needs psychological help. He needs to be put on a course or something. Meanwhile, Mayor Sadiq Khan has been accused of using Londoners as his personal cash machine. It's been revealed that he's in talks with TfL, that's Transport for London, to overhaul tube fares and trying to bring in what they call dynamic pricing. This means that travelling on TfL services, whether it be bus or tube, or even some of the overground services, could be cheaper or more expensive depending on which day you're doing it, the times of the day, and how the passenger makes their journey. Again, very confusing. In the old days, you'd paid your money, you knew what your fare was. I mean, I think the kids wanted to go to Stratford, and they was thinking of getting the tube, and then it was quite expensive. It was quite expensive to get the tube to Stratford. It would have been cheaper just to jump in the car and pay the ULEZ charge. And you think, well, what's the point? Why bother having ULEZ when it's actually cheaper to travel by car? Anyway, yeah, they want to shake up pricing and give the London Mayor a greater ability to put up fares whenever he needed to fill a hole in his budget. That's what the Tories are claiming. And he remains under pressure on the government to explain where he found a mystery 30 million pence, which he used to prevent this week's planned tube strikes. Oh, that's interesting. Here he is saying, I found it on a train. Someone left it in a bag in used notes. So yeah, dynamic pricing. That's going to be great. Meanwhile, science is predicting what the average British family will look like in 2095. Well, I'll be long dead then. This is researchers from the Max Planck, I always find that funny, Max Planck Society. Families are getting smaller and older. Do they mean like smaller in size? In 1950, the average 65-year-old woman had 41 living relatives, but by 2095, the average woman of the same age will only have 25, according to experts. And the structure of families will also change as grandparents and even great-grandparents live longer, while less children are being born. Oh, I thought we was talking about the physical look of families. This is boring. But anyway, there's an infogram detailing the amount of grandparents you used to have compared to now. I mean, it's not that different, is it? I mean, again, I haven't got any. Well, I've got relatives, but I haven't got any living relatives. So I wanted to see like freakishly looking like CGI creations. Not boring statistics. Boring. Boring. What else have we got? That's not good. This is a funny thing. Or is it a funny thing? I don't know. Depends how you look at it, really. Well, anyway. Sweden's civil defence minister recently spoke. That's Carl Oskar Bolin. I like the cut of his jib. I like the cut of his jib. You know, he's I like the look. What do you think? I like it. I like it. I trust him. Well, anyway, he was given a speech at the Society and Defence National Conference in Sälen in Sweden on the 7th of January. Whoops, turn it off. That's it. When he warned that there could be war because Sweden is, joining. They're joining up with NATO, and that could increase tensions with Russia. So he said, war could come to Sweden, and urged citizens to join voluntary defence organisations. Now, the fallout of this is that Sweden's mental health helplines have been flooded with calls from the young folk scared by the prospect of war. Children's rights organisation called BRIS said its phone operators report a huge uptick in the number of callers worried about war coming to Sweden, with spokesman Mayor Dahl slamming the government's apparent lack of preparation. Carl Oskar Bolin's eyebrow-raising statements were echoed by Defence Minister Paul Johnson, any friend of Boris, and Military Chief General Mikael Biden, any relative of Joe, different spelling. Dahl said this was well prepared. It wasn't something blurted out. They should have provided information meant for kids when they come out with this kind of information. Well, look, we expect everyone to be, kind of with it, and they obviously have no understanding of their relationship with Russia and what Russia's up to. And there's a little infogram here where you can see that current NATO members and applying for NATO in green, and that'll be that. There's Sweden. So God, in our day we had We had the threat of total nuclear war. Was it mutually assured destruction and AIDS? We didn't even have it. What did we have? We had Childline with Esther Ranson. That's all we had, and that's just in case anyone was fiddling with you. Nothing about nuclear war and AIDS. We just had to get on with it, didn't we? Had to get on with it. Snow showers set to hit Britain. Yep, it's happening. We're going to get substantial snowfall next week as temperatures plummet to -11. Great, and there it is. Oh, what was that? What? Oh, you can't see her. She's there. She's hiding behind the guitar. There we go. See the Fender guitar there, Fender bass and dog. That's quite a good picture, that. So, it's going to get cold out there. Shall we look at some snow pictures? Why not? Let's look at the snow. Yeah, you could say it's snow joke. Don't get paid to do this, This is free. Enjoy it. Here we go. This is Ash. This is Ash in Kent. Is that Ashford? I don't know. Is there a place called Ash in Kent? But this isn't St Peter's and Paul's churchyard. He's got his little jacket on. Look. See Layla? He puts his coat on all right. Got to put your coat on. See? That got a reaction, didn't it? See? This doesn't like a coat. So yeah, brrr. It's going to be cold out there. Brrr. Oh God, there's not much going on here at the moment. We've got about the Fujitsu and the post office. There's all the good stories. Here's a warning for you. Beware of the dark side of Dubai. Okay, I'm in. Apparently a top lawyer. Who is this top lawyer? Samara Iqbal, who works for Aramas International Lawyers based in Manchester. She's warning that if you get invited to the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, on the promise of marrying a rich man, you should watch out, because you may have to share him with 3 other partners. You know, because often they've got lots of wives, and sometimes you can end up being dumped on the street. And again, they go there under the promise of all sorts of good stuff there. And I've got a picture. Is there a picture of? This is Saudi Pete from Horsham in West Sussex, who wed Jamal Al Nadak 3 years ago. There you go. This could be your life, but be careful. You may have to share him, ladies. So yeah, it's a warning if you're getting married. Ah dear. It's the shoes, isn't it? They're only going there for the shoes. We have an update. We have an update to our priest. Remember Father Thomas Zmartzley from the Church of the Blessed Virgin Mary of the Angels in Poland? Do you remember this fella? And he's saying, it's not my fault he's got a permanent erection. Remember, this is the fella that organised the gay orgy in which a man was hospitalised after overdosing on erectile dysfunction pills. Oh dear. Is he dead? No, he's just stiff. What should we do? Put one of the pills in his shoe. It'll make him limp. I don't get paid for this. But yeah, apparently the disgraced clergyman had thrown a small party with a male prostitute and his friend in his apartment in the city of Dubravka, Gornica, in September last year. But yeah, the fellow ended up being unconscious and was plied with the date rape drug known as GHB. Well, now he's facing 8 years in jail as cops charge him over the party. Yeah, so it's not looking good. He was arrested on Monday, and but he did send a statement to Gazeta Wyborcza newspaper denying all the allegations. So there you go. Prosecutor Waldemar Lublecki told the Polish press agency 3 of the charges are drug-related offences, one of which is giving another person legal substance, another charge is relating to the violating another person's sexual freedom, and the 4th charge concerns serious bodily injury and failing to provide assistance to a person whose health and life was in danger. Again, keep your eye out for him. Especially if you're invited to an orgy and he's the guy that's organised it. Not good. Say orgy and go home. Meanwhile, Putin. Remember Putin? Remember our mate Vlad? He's a good bloke. Here he is. Well, he was... where was he? He was in an audience at the remote Chukotka region. Do you remember where he was looking at those plums, those tomatoes? I mean, sorry, not plums. Putin's plums. Well, he was holding a little get together, and he revealed. He said, "When I very occasionally meet my classmates or fellow university students, they often look at me and say, 'I don't believe it. Is it actually you, or not you?'" You see, they're not the only ones who find it hard to believe that this is the real Putin, because they've even got them in. Let's see, the different. It's the earlobes. You've got to look at the earlobes. They're different, and also the chins. You see that they're all different. And that one in the middle is completely different, and you tell that one's had surgery. But so they can't believe it really is Mr. Putin. See, look, they examined the earlobes. They're constantly changing. So yeah, it's or it could be just he's got a really good surgeon. I think I'm becoming a bit obsessed by Putin's doubles. I mean, in this picture, he looks completely different. He's saying, "What you talking about, Willis?" Isn't it? He's just... If you're one of Putin's doubles, leave a comment in the comment box below. Sorry, they never do. They never do. What have we got? Meanwhile, BBC Sports chief football writer Phil McNulty, not Phil McCavity, Phil McNulty, had to apologise. What happened? What happened? Is it something to do with social media? Yeah. He used a derogatory term to describe Liverpool players on social media on Wednesday night. Absolute. Now, I don't know what it could be. It's a 4-letter word. It could be shits. I've got a feeling it's something stronger than shits, though. I think it could be see you next Tuesdays. This is on X. This was in response to a clip of Curtis Jones' equaliser against Fulham. But then McNulty, he said, "Oh, wait a minute." He said his account had been hacked, but look. The Asia album gives it away. The Asia album, we know what you are. If you like Asia, mind you, there's a Marillion album there. Is that Emerson, Lake and Palmer? I think that's a Roger Waters one at the back. God, that's freaky if I can identify those. I'm not sure. I don't know if that is Emerson Lake. It could be Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Anyway, that could be their first album, couldn't it? That's definitely Roger Waters there. Amused to Death. Possibly. I don't know. Anyway, he said he'd been hacked. Yeah, of course you have. Of course you have. Probably had a little bit too much to drink and relax too much, didn't it? Meanwhile, Nick Porter's been industrious. He took it upon himself. The farmer took it upon himself to, he put up a fake speed camera using a bird box. Here he is with his device. Right. I think it's very industrious. I've got a picture of it in action. Here we go. It was at an excellent black spot where he lives. This was on the A1017 between High Garrett and Gosfield near Braintree in Essex. Oh, not too far away. And he said he took action after pleas by residents to highway officials about cutting the 60-mile-per-hour speed limit resulted in nothing being done. The spot saw 4 cars end up in a ditch last year alone, whilst 9 deer were struck by vehicles. And it was also the scene of a 3-death crash in 2014. So he took it into his own hands to install the fake speed camera. And since then, he claims that no more accidents. It's forcing people to cut their speed. He said it's money well spent. We no longer get the really fast cars. People literally put their feet down from the traffic lights to a quarter of a mile away and get up to 70 or 80 miles per hour. Motorcycles sometimes reach 90. But yeah, he spotted a £40 bird box online, spent another £25 on the metal safety rail, and yeah, put it up just outside his property. He painted it yellow to make it more like an official speed camera. There you go. So I don't know. Is that legal? I don't know. But yeah, this is that's one of the car crashes along that stretch of road there. Look, I've got some illustrations there. That was in November 2022. This is another one in May 2023. And here he is with his bird box. And there's another one, November 2022. October 2023. So yeah, I think that's good. I think he deserves a reward. Someone should reward him. Meanwhile, let's travel with Gambia's Africa Cup of Nations squad. They're on the plane. They were flying to the Africa Cup of Nations on the Ivory Coast. They were on the flight from the capital city of Banjul, heading out to the Ivory Coast. Here they are. They're all excited about going. Ping on the plane. But yeah, several players began to pass out. 9 minutes after takeoff, the pilot was forced to return to Banjul Airport, as it was revealed that the plane had run out of oxygen. And an ex-Man United player, I don't know who he is because I'm not a football fan, complained of extreme dizziness and headaches. They reckon they was within half an hour of death. Oh my goodness. And Sadie Janko was the player, but they've not got a picture of him. But yeah, so imagine that. They could have all died on the plane. Stay at home. Should have gone by coach. Mind you, it would have took them a long time, wouldn't they? Meanwhile, Prince Harry, hey, we all love Prince Harry, he's getting a new award. What's the award? Is it Ginger of the Year? Is it? Is it most likely to turn on your family for profit? Is that the award? Is it? No, it isn't. He's been, again, named as a legend of aviation, which put in an award category that puts him up there with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. You know, those guys who went to the blooming moon. It's quite bonkers. This was at a glitzy Beverly Hills ceremony hosted by John Travolta. But it's going to be... he's been recognised ahead of the likes of Charles Duke, who became the youngest person to walk on the moon in 1972. And the reason is because he flew a helicopter from September 2012 to January 2013 in Afghanistan. Here he is. And he's saying, which one deploys the Nazi uniform? Because he dressed, for the... Do you remember he dressed as a Nazi? No? Okay. Well, his brother rescues people via helicopter, didn't he? So yeah, some people are not happy. John Lincoln says, "Is this a joke? What is the legendary stuff that he's done?" Again, I'm sure there are many more people out there that have, like Tom Hanks. Remember Tom Hanks? He should get one for when he landed that plane on that river. Do you remember that? That wasn't real, was it? No. But yeah. So some people were a bit upset that old Harry got. Well, it's just. Meanwhile, there are riots on Papua New Guinea. 15 people are killed as shops and buildings are set ablaze. They've caught it from Ecuador, haven't they? Blimey. Meanwhile, we're going to find out the real reason why children refuse to eat their vegetables. Right, this is researchers from Aston University found that watching others visibly dislike vegetables can make onlookers dislike them too. Okay, Dr. Katie Edwards, lead author of the study, said if a child sees their parents showing disgust while eating vegetables, this could have a negative consequence on the children's vegetable acceptance. This is what we need, vegetable acceptance. So we've got, well, you know, and here's a stock image of a child having a problem with apple by the looks of it. Really? So we've got to do positive facial expressions. In the study, researchers set out to investigate whether or not watching someone else eat influences your own preferences. The team enlisted over 200 young women who were shown a video of an unfamiliar adult eating raw broccoli. While eating, the model in the video had either a positive, neutral, negative facial expression. After watching the video, the participants were asked about their liking and desire to eat raw broccoli. Nah, because it's raw. Why raw broccoli? Previous research has shown that behaviours are more likely to be imitated if positive consequences are observed, while the reverse is true if negative outcomes are witnessed. Okay, so monkey see, monkey do. That's what I should. That's it in short terms. Okay. Right, oh god, it's refreshed itself. Where was I? Five subtle red flags to see if somebody you know is a psychopath. Uh-oh, this ain't going to be good. This ain't going to be good. This is from Dr. Jalil Mohammed. Right, what are the five personality traits? Have we got them written so I can see them? Here is Dr. Jahil. Here he is. He's saying, I'm not a psychopath, honest. I guess he's probably got a TikTok, isn't he? Right, so where are we? It says the first sign is someone who leads a parasitic life. They leech off others rather than doing anything for themselves. That's me fucked. It could mean that they enter a relationship to use someone for their money. Mrs. No, come on now, Mrs. Come on now. She's looking at me. She's eyeing me with suspicion. They could also want other people to do activities, errands, or work for them. Whatever that may be, psychopaths tend to want other people to work for them. Oh dear. Secondly, Dr. Neil said, people who are psychopaths have extremely short temper, which can be triggered in seconds. Well, that's not me. I'm almost Buddha-like. Isn't it? You rub my tummy for luck. You may see that a psychopath will be completely normal, and they'll have a normal conversation, and there'll be one thing that triggers them, and they'll explode in anger. I think we know someone like that, don't we, Mrs? Promiscuity is a sign of psychopath. When one person will jump from one short-term sexual relationship to another quickly. They'll often end up getting married quite a lot. Well, that's all right. I've passed that one. Phew, got away with that one. This is finally the psychiatrist said a lack of empathy is a big sign of psychopaths. And psychopaths do not care about other people's feelings, he says. In fact, if you ever approach a psychopath and tell them how you're feeling, a psychopath will make it clear that they do not care less. Shit, that's me again. That's me again. I don't care. Why are you telling me? I'm not interested. Oh God, I really. But if you show me a picture of a baby who's upset or a little puppy who's suffering, I'll cry like a baby. So you know. There you go. Now we've got some. I guess this is passive aggressive messages from flatmates. Is that a thing? This is on Board Panda. Daily Mail have stolen it from them, and I'm doing it because here we go. Remember, changing the toilet paper will not cause brain damage. And someone says, I don't want to risk it. Fair enough. Someone's put googly eyes on the X. Googly eyes are always funny. And this one's wrapped the bedroom in tinfoil. Nobody even likes you. I think did my mum get me that cake once for my birthday? I'm sure she did. and somebody's put toffees inside. Is that toffees? Something inside of all the things that require batteries, remote controls. That ain't gonna work. There you go. Someone's dressed a mannequin as the Grim Reaper there, using the microwave. So their flatmate fell asleep in the library, and they replaced their book with 50 Shades of Grey. Plastic cups everywhere. That's bonkers. This person paid in dollar bills, saying, I had to do some things I'm not proud of this month to make the rent. Okay. One flatmate thought they'd call the other's bluff by choosing a terrible piece of art to put on display. That's Zach Brannigan from Futurama. I'd love that on the wall. Herb certainly would love it. And finally, I will not leave skin marks on the toilet. You can't always guarantee it, can you? But you should always get the toilet brush out. Remember, it's just a polite thing to do, isn't it? It's just a polite thing to do. Meanwhile, let's go to... oh, blimey, is that time? Crikey. Let's quickly go to Russia. What's going on in Russia? We're going to find out. Where is this? Does it say? Doesn't say exactly where it is, but I'm still waiting for it to... Novosibirsk. But there's an advert. Of course there is. 30-second ad on a minute-ish. Oh, I can skip it. That's good. But yeah, in Russia, the cold weather has caused all the pipes to burst. And it's turned into a river. Look at that. Isn't that clever? Oh my goodness. That is scary. Heating pipes burst. Oh my goodness. And it's so, again, because it's warm, I guess it's warm water. It's quite steamy out there. Oh dear. That's not good. Well, what else is happening? Let's fast forward a bit. I guess that'll all freeze over. Oh my goodness. There you go. Burst pipes. And yeah, you want to be careful of that. It's in Novosibirsk. Ruptured pipes. Not good. The water pipes there are more than 90 years old in some cases. So, yeah. They reckon 70% of the communal infrastructure has been affected by decay. Izvestia, pro-Kremlin paper reported in 2022. So it's all going wrong. Trying to find if there's any animal. Are there any animal stories? No, there isn't. Meanwhile, we got two bungling brothers who end up being shunted off of a bike. This is in Sherwood in Nottingham in February. They'd stolen the motorbike, and police officers had brought them to a quick halt near Broxtowe County Park. There we go. But I'm still looking for an animal. There's no animal stories. What's going on here? Let's see if there's anything in the funny folder. Here we go. I think this is something we're going to the Ngorongoro crater in Tanzania when this footage was captured. And again, fucking advert again. I don't want your adverts. Right, skip ad. At least allow me to skip ad. This is a hyena creeping up to a hippopotamus, thinking it's a carcass. He's thinking, I'll have a nibble of you. Right, he's thinking it's dead. And I think he's realised, it's not dead. I'm just going to creep away. I'm just going to slink off. Good job I didn't take a bite out of it. And the hippo says, I'm going to get you. Run for it, hyena. Run for it. And there you go. He got away just in time there. Oh, he nearly got him. So there you go. So, yeah, safari guide Carlos Ismail at the Ngorongoro crater in Tanzania took that footage. Yeah, the hyena thought it was a carcass of a dead animal. And the hippo, he was just having a kip. He's having a sleep. And he had to make it. I like the way he gingerly tiptoed away. It's like, I think I've done a wrong one. Carlos says the hyena was very lucky. It was on his own. I think it thought that the hippo was dead and it would be an easy meal. It managed to escape in time before it was caught in the hippo's huge jaws. It barely managed to make it back to dry land. I've been a guide now for 9 years. I've never seen anything like this before. And I've seen the same hippo chase after a lioness. They're not scared of anything. Wow. What an amazing footage. Let's see if there's anybody in. We'll do that. That's our end one for today. Simon's in, says, what exactly explodes, burns these electric vehicles? Is it the battery cells? Yeah, they blow up. It's like when when you read about these cells exploding when you recharge them. They're like little bombs. Payne says, good afternoon. I hope you're keeping warm. Do my best. Same to you. Robbie says, hello friends. Indeed, hello. Payne says, what does Putin's other half think of his doubles? Well, I think there's a triple in it, isn't it? There's doubles, there's triples. Who knows how many there are? Robbie says, damn, I'm going to put a bird box by my sexy neighbour's window. Don't. You could get arrested for that kind of thing. Payne says, Harry may be a party legend, perhaps, but not in aviation. I think they just want to keep him happy. They know he's a bit sad, so they want to give him something to make him feel, make him feel special. Payne says, yum, yum, broccoli and sprouts. I'll pass on that. I don't mind broccoli. Sprouts, I just can't. I literally retch. I gag on them. There's a visceral. I've tried to like them, but I just can't eat them. It's a physical response. Runs in, he says, hi there. Hi, Clive. And Simon adds, yes, I think it was amused to death too. Masterpiece. Not anymore. Not anymore. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was the news today. We're killing the channel one video at a time. You got to drink it up.